live from the Quad Cities with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on the show, a one-of-a-kind concert experience featuring performances from business professionals all throughout the QCA, including our very own Morgan Otier. What this event supports and how you can get your tickets coming up.
It is time to fill those Easter baskets, and you can do so by participating in the Bi-State Bunny Hop. 6 local businesses invite you to hop into their shops this weekend. A preview of the goodies coming up in our second half hour. And it is National Library Week. We'll explore several book titles recommended by our local libraries. Plus, we're unveiling April's selection in our QCL Book Club.
Welcome to Quad Cities Live on this April Fool's Day. No tricks up our sleeves, at least I hope.
I'm nervous. You know, I should have planned something.
Gosh. I tried to, but it didn't work out today. No tricks, but we have a lot of great guests today, and so thank you so much for joining us for QCL. I'm Kyle Keel alongside my co-host Morgan Otier. So the first topic we're going to talk about is a first of its kind, first year for a one-of-a-kind collaboration between Junior Achievement, Vibrant Arena, as well as the QC Storm hockey team. Yes, the kids will run the show literally at the final game of the regular season, which is set for this Friday, April 4th. Here to explain is Dougal Nelson, President and CEO of JA of the Heartland, Matt McCombs, President and CEO of Vibrant Credit Union, and Brian Rothenberger, the team president of the Quad City Storm. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, what a group we have.
I love this.
Going here. It's a party in the first segment of the show. Yeah. But Brian, we'll start with you. So kids run the show. This is a brand new event. So can you just tell us all about it?
Yeah, I think a lot of us as kids thought it would be very cool to one day be a hockey player, be a football player. That was a lot of our goals, but some of us are not big enough or strong enough or fast enough, and that's okay. There's a ton of jobs available working in the front office for a sports team or being an athletic trainer, helping the players on the bench. And thanks to Vibrant and thanks to Junior Achievement, we've had the opportunity to really showcase a lot of those positions to 4th and 5th and 6th graders throughout the Quad Cities. And I think it's going to be not only a lot of fun for them, but a lot of fun for our fans too.
Yeah, it really gets you that hands-on experience here at a very young age. And I have, very fond memories of going through Junior Achievement during my school career. So Dougal, tell us how this event kind of aligns with the mission of Junior Achievement.
Yeah, well, you're going to see it Friday night because we're all about helping kids find a career pathway that they know and they love, right? We just want them to be successful. So as Brian said, there's all these jobs within our scope of what we're going to do that they may not know about, right? So that's our job. Get these careers in front of kids so they can experience greatness.
Yeah, so they can be a little bit inspired.
Yeah.
Matt, talk a little bit about why Vibrant really did want to partner with Junior Achievement for an event just like this one.
Yeah, so it's been really fun over the last couple of years. We've been able to build a really good relationship with Junior Achievement, and being able to move them into our HQ and their Inspiration Center was perfect. And when an opportunity came up where we could work with Vibrant Arena and what was going on with the Storm, of being able to empower young individuals, young professionals, kids to kind of dream for what they could be, at the same time of talking about what it means from financial literacy and education that Junior Achievement really believes in. It was an amazing opportunity. It just happens to couple with the fact that we are launching brand new products to support nonprofits, and so being able to do that while having this event was a great thing on our community savings and checkings products.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, this is a great team effort. So Brian, talk about some of the roles that the kids will have, because I think people don't realize, especially kids, it takes a lot to put on a hockey game.
It does. I'll have some kids shadowing me as a team president. Our account executives, our corporate partnership executives will have some shadows. There's going to be kids in the box office selling tickets. Goose, our PA announcer, is going to have some kids with him. And too, some of the more public-facing ones, our coach is going to have an assistant pregame, our equipment manager. They are going to be all over.
That is It's
going to be a great experience for these kids.
That is so awesome. And I wanted to ask you, so you use the term shadow. So I was going to ask if there's any type of guidance or like training or anything like before or during, or is this just going to be a free-for-all? Like, we're not going to want to miss this game.
Oh,
right?
you won't want to miss it for
No,
sure. We had a bunch of kids at the arena last night. We did some tours, just gave them an idea of where they'll be, some of the things they'll be doing. We will be there to make sure Things are fun, not too crazy, but we've also got a lot of really creative stuff planned that's going to make it a very unique game.
Oh, cute.
So Dougal, how are these kids chosen for this program? Because it's not a free-for-all. I mean, I bet you get so many kids if you open it up to all ages.
Yeah.
It was a lot different this time for junior achievement. Historically, we would have the schools help us find those students,
Sure.
right? Well, this time we sent a note out to the teachers telling them about the event and asking them to pass it along to the parents. And the parents were the ones that actually signed the kids up. So when they signed them up, we had a scale of 1 to 5 to kind of gauge, you know, what role the student might be interested in. But 60 kids signed up in less than 24 hours.
Wow.
And there's 100 on the waiting list right now.
100.
Oh my gosh.
amazing.
Well, I can only imagine. I mean, what a cool experience. They already want to be involved in JA and, you know, being the mayor or being the person in charge of the bank or, you know, I mean, all of it is really fun. And then you put an opportunity like this in front of them.
Sure.
I can't imagine, you know, why they wouldn't want to do that. Matt, what do you really hope that the kids that are involved, those 60 kids that got these spots for Friday night, what do you hope that they take away from this experience?
I look at this as an experience for the rest of their life. You know, as Brian said right up front, a lot of us grow up wanting to be athletes, wanting to be around sports teams, and to have an opportunity to experience what that's like in real life. It's a lot like what Junior Achievement does within BizTown, where you get a chance to live that opportunity of in a day of being the mayor, of doing something else. It's an inspiration for setting the stage for what you could become later in life.
Yeah, it's great.
So this is obviously an event that these kids aren't going to want to miss, and we're not going to want to miss either. So, Brian, tell us how we can support this event as a community.
Sure. I mean, the easiest way, coming to the game, specifically tomorrow from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you call our front office, the number's on our website, we're going to have kids there answering the phones. And tomorrow during that window, every ticket purchased through the box office, $5, is going back to Junior Achievement of the
that's
Heartland.
awesome.
So I would encourage casual fans, families, businesses, call tomorrow 3 to 5, 309-277-1364 and get some tickets.
Wow, you just rattle off that number like a pro.
Gotta
I've
memorize
got that
by
one
heart.
All right, kids, did you see that? You got to get that number
Yes.
memorized. Dougal, where can people go to either get involved with JA and some of your events, or just at least learn a little bit more about what you're trying to do?
Sure. Well, we're looking for record attendance, number one.
Yes.
Let's do it. Come on, Quad
If you
Cities.
go to heartland.ja.org, there's a link where you can buy a ticket as well, and we will receive $5 from that as well. So that's a great way. But heartland.ja.org, you can find all the open classes that they are for volunteers. We have about 60 open classes right now, I believe. So we could really use your help, Quad Cities. So let's get on that.
Okay, wonderful. So we have the website up right there. And then this one, the Kids Run the Show event, that's at the QC Storm hockey game set for this Friday, April 4th at 7 p.m. And you can purchase your tickets not only by heading to JA's website, but by also heading to quadcitystorm.com. What a fun idea, and I feel like, you know, it'll be solidified as something that I feel like you continue to do. It's going to be great.
I think it's iconic.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great word for it. Well, thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you.
Absolutely, yes.
All right, well, coming up on QCL, an opportunity for you to experience the hidden musical talents of Quad Cities area business professionals, including our very own Morgan OTA, and you get to vote for the winner. Morgan's excited. And it's all for a good cause, too, which
Yes,
she's excited
yes.
about. So we're going to get all the details coming up next on Quad Cities Live.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
This weekend, Common Chord is raising critical funds for music education with an epic battle among area businesses. Local professionals are taking their musical talents to the stage for the annual Battle of the Businesses. Here to tell us more about this fundraising event is Steve Ahrens. Steve, welcome back to the show.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
It's great to have you here talking about this really cool event. And I remember the first time I heard it was was last year, the inaugural event.
That's right.
So Battle of the Businesses, it is set for this Saturday, April 5th. Where did the idea originally come from to start something like this? And what can people expect when they show up?
So we at Common Chord are all about activating the power of music to improve our community. And so we also believe that music is to be enjoyed by everybody, not just the professionals, as we would say that in quotes. And so in that spirit, we concocted a plan, you might say, and created an event, Battle of Businesses, where we are planning to showcase area professionals, business, and of the nonprofit communities.
Yeah, I think that it's such a good idea. It kind of reminds me a little bit like of when you're like out for karaoke and then like somebody's just like really, really good and you're like, where did that come from?
Exactly.
Well, this is like an opportunity for all sorts of musicians to showcase their talents. So they may not be singers, but they may be like play an instrument.
We've got the gamut. We've got, some businesses, there's like 7 members, everyone grabs an instrument. We have
Wow.
those that might also want the house band, which is comprised of some of our board members and some of our
Yes.
staff who are professionals. And, it takes a bit of encouragement for to get people up on stage to commit for that, but it's all really for a great cause. They're vying for votes,
Yes.
Which we allow multiple votes, voting early, voting often, all of
Oh,
that sort
okay.
of thing, and because all of that translates into funds raised for our music education programming.
Okay, wonderful. I was just going to ask you, how does voting work in this instance?
So with the price of admission, everyone gets one
Okay.
vote. And then we sell for $10 a vote that evening, unlimited amounts, and
Okay.
so that really raises the competition level.
I see.
And we do that obviously to raise as much as we can, and
Okay.
it is really in good fun
Okay.
the whole night. Everyone is
Yeah.
very supportive of all the other acts.
Yeah, I would imagine that they are. And there is a coveted prize as well.
It's the coveted golden microphone.
The golden microphone.
Yes, and so it's ready. It's sitting on my desk. It's polished up, ready to go.
It's ready to go. Okay, so let's talk about the businesses that are participating. As Kyle already alluded to, TV6 is participating, and that will be yours truly that is going to be taking the stage with the house band, which they're
That's
like
right.
all wonderful people and incredible musicians.
Yeah.
So while I am terrified, like I don't think that I'm going to sleep until Saturday night comes and goes.
There'll be a whole room full of people that are supportive.
We'll see, but I'm happy to do it, obviously,
thank you.
because Common Court is just such a great neighbor here in the community. So other businesses that are participating.
Well, we have Russell Construction.
Okay.
We have the Planning Center.
Okay.
We have Rule and Rule Realtors.
And they're returning champs.
They are.
Okay.
Yes, they are the returning champs. So
Okay.
they
Good to
have
know.
a nice band.
Of course they do, a Rule and Rule band.
Yeah.
And then we've got Miss Juneteenth of the Quad Cities, which actually is somebody else that works for
Yeah.
Channel 6 is going to be performing as part
Yeah.
of that organization, Jasmine. So that's very, very cool. Gray Matters Collective, who we know and love here. So lots of people to come out and see, even if you don't work with any of these businesses or you don't
Absolutely.
work at any of these
That's right.
businesses, it's still going to be a really fun night to come in. and see some
Absolutely
music.
true. And this is really the second year, but we're looking for this to happen every year about this time. And
Yeah.
so anyone who's interested in 2006,
Yeah.
2026,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're already planning for that event.
Wonderful. Okay. And businesses out there, if you think that you want to be part of this, reach out to Steve at some point and make sure that that's known. Ultimately, of course, this is a fundraiser. And so talk a little bit more about Common Cord and just where the proceeds go, because you have numerous programs.
There are there's a vast array of
Yeah.
our music and enrichment programming. So we have everything from the Intune Music Mentorship Program, where
Yep.
we're in after school programming. We partner with various organizations to bring music into those after school programs. We also have the Acoustic Music Clubs, where we make music accessible to those with disabilities, with special needs. We have the River Currents program, where
Oh,
every
yeah.
fifth grader in Davenport schools and beyond really receives curriculum-based program once a year, where
This
they
is
come
all
to our
free
place.
for them.
Free, absolutely true. We have music camps both in the summer months and the winter and scholarships that are available for those that might not be able to access those. And one thing that's really a program that's really cool too, I think, is Let's Band Together.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where people have in their house, their closets, their attics, instruments from years and years ago,
Right.
maybe that their kids used once or twice
Right.
and played for a few years, hopefully, and you don't know what to do with them. Well, contact us at Common Cord, because we then put them in the hands of junior high and senior high students who who definitely do not have access to them, but who might also be trying to survey, whether it's a clarinet or a trombone that they want, and we have the ability to loan those out.
Yeah.
And repair those and clean them up, all of that stuff, make those accessible to those students.
Wow, that's amazing. And so anybody that shows up, purchases a ticket for this Saturday, that's where those proceeds are going to be going. Just incredible initiatives that you have all put together, and really nobody misses out, from kids to adults. I mean, there's an opportunity to be touched by this organization. So how do we get tickets? They're $40 a person. I think you already mentioned that. Do we get them online ahead of time?
That's the best that you can get them at the door, but we encourage going to our website, commoncordqc.org.
Okay, great. Well, Battle of the Businesses, as Steve mentioned, is happening Saturday at the Redstone Room inside Common Cord. It's a great spot in downtown Davenport. Entertainment begins at 7 p.m. Tickets are $40, as we mentioned. They can be purchased online at commoncordqc.org. Steve, thank you so much for joining us on the show today, and I will see you Thursday, and then I will see you on Saturday.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you so much. I think I'm going to need it. All right, coming up on QCL, we are celebrating National Library Week. We'll take a look at some recommended titles, including our book club selection for April, plus several fun events happening soon at the Davenport Public Library.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
An octopus is known for its intelligence, problem-solving skills, and ability to learn and remember tasks. Maybe you didn't know that. Well, a significant portion of their nervous system is distributed throughout their arms, allowing them to think and act independently, which is unlike any other animal on Earth. And a giant Pacific octopus happens to be a central character in the book we're about to review, called Remarkably Bright Creatures. It is now time for QCL Book Club, and joining me as always is Brittany Peacock from the Davenport Public Library. First of all, happy National Library Week.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
This is your holiday. Oh.
I know. It's our time to shine.
It really is. It's always your time to shine, but especially this week, make your way over to your local library. Yes. So, Brittany, Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt.
Yes.
That was our book for February. So, before we get to our reviews, just talk a little bit about the book itself. There are several characters in it.
So good. So, Tova. It starts with Tova. She has recently lost her husband. She cleans the aquarium.
Yeah, overnight.
The local aquarium at night. And she stumbles upon a new friend named Marcellus. He's a giant Pacific octopus who has gotten out of his tank.
Yes.
And so the pair start to build a friendship. And you meet other characters along the way, and their stories are interwoven together. And
yeah, I remember being so incredibly excited to tell people about this book. Like last time you were on the show, I had already read it and finished it because I just loved this book so much. I can't stop recommending it to people. And what's interesting is before I read it, I was like, I don't know about this. Like, a person that's friends with an octopus, like, I don't think I'm gonna like that. It sounds a little off the wall. But once you read it, you get it. You totally get it. And you understand, and when you understand the intellect of this creature,
gosh, brilliant.
It's brilliant. But he does have like some narration in it. Marcellus does. Long story short, there's like a lot of just near misses. There's a little bit of a mystery that starts to unfold that resolves itself by the end. And it's just like this book was like a warm hug.
Yes,
I've
been telling everybody it's cozy. It's just a cozy story, and I agree.
Well, I bought it. I'm like, this is one that I need to have on my bookshelf because I thought it was great. So let's go over some of our options for our book for April. In honor of National Library Week, we have The Royal Librarian by Daisy Wood. That one directly in front of us right there. The second week of April is Garden Week. So in honor of that, you have chosen Perennials by Julie Cantrell. April 10th is Sibling Day, so if you need to mark your calendar. And the book for that is The Survivors by Jane Harper. April 23rd is Lover's Day, and in honor of that, Slow Dance by Rainbow Rowell. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, Rowell. So a lot of good options there, but now it is time for our drum roll. Okay, so the book that we have chosen for April is The Royal Librarian by Daisy Wood. How could we not choose that one? So give us, I've started this one, full disclosure, but I'm not very far into the book, so I really do hope that people will check it out or download it and read along with us. But give us a little description of the plot of this.
Absolutely. So this is a dual timeline book, which I love, especially with a World War II fiction. You need a little bit of a palate cleanser. So a woman is tasked for a secret mission in Windsor Castle, which is where the princesses live. So she is trying to save the future queen of England, and then you fast forward to the future, and this woman is going through her grandmother's belongings, and she finds this letter with a seal from the Windsor Palace. And so trying to figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, it's a really interesting story, and like I said, I've only made it through the beginning of the book. So there's a lot of setup there with just the time and World War II and in Austria and Nazi Germany and all of that. And the writing is beautiful. The story so far is well done, just the setup. So yeah, I can't wait to get through it, and I hope that other folks will read along with us. And please, if you are reading the book, give us your input.
Yes,
like we absolutely love.
We
want to know, and then we like to talk about it on the show when Brittany is back with us. So just keep that in mind. So some other things that are going on at the library. Let's talk about what's happening there this month. This is the cutest thing that I've ever heard of in my entire life. Toddler prom.
Yes, toddler prom.
Stop it. This is so cute.
I'm so excited. Our team is so amazing, coming up with such great ideas. So yes, we have toddler prom coming up on Saturday at 1 at Eastern, and bring your kiddos birth to 4 years old, dress them up all snazzy. We're gonna have all kinds of activities. There will be, I think they're going to make a limousine for them.
Yes.
It's so cute.
Just think about the photos, Mom and Dad, like the cutest thing in the world, and just something fun to do with the kiddos. So that is coming up. Then I have here Teen Read to a Dog. So that's coming up on Tuesday, April 22nd. So this is the reading assistance dog.
It is, yes. QC Can will be with us. Thank you. And they are actually doing a teen-only read to a dog. Usually we have it open to all ages. This is an opportunity for the teens to have a chance on one-on-one with the doggies.
That's wonderful, and I think it's a good idea to separate that, because I think it's like kids get older, and you know, if this is something that they want to work on or something that they're struggling with, you know, they want to feel like they're among peers that are their own age.
Exactly.
So yeah, really important. So this one also at Eastern, 6 p.m. on that date. This is very cool. So there's kind of an historical opportunity where you can go to a talk, learn a little bit. This is Pearls on the Mississippi, Iowa Button Workers in the Progressive Era. So this is coming up at the very end of the month at the Fairmont location.
Yes, I'm really excited. Our Special Collections organizes some really great programming. Who knew? We have a rich history in button making in the Quad Cities. My family's actually affiliated with it in some way. So I'm really excited about this program. I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity to learn a little bit about local history and
there is just so much of it. And I do think, you know, people have heard about like the button factory there in Muscatine, but they may not necessarily know like Davenport's role in all of that as well. And so yeah, there's a lot to learn and a lot to know, and it's kind of from the perspective of those folks who were out there finding those pearl buttons. For the entire clothing industry. One thing that we like to do at the end of our segment is talk a little bit about some children's books. And I love the theme of your children's books that you brought today, because you know, I'm a big fan of octopuses now.
I know. Normally I bring what I bring for story times, and I said, oh, Morgan, I'm going to bring octopus books. So I'm really excited. I actually found Inky's Amazing Escape, which, you know, our friend Marcellus, the octopus escapes.
Is an escape artist.
So this was really fun. It kind of helps readers learn about the intelligence of octopus. And then we have The Octopus Scientist, which is beautiful photographs, absolutely gorgeous. So both of those are nonfictions. And then this front title is Consider the Octopus. It is a juvenile fiction, mid-grade, so I would say middle schoolers on up. Two kiddos are in the Pacific Ocean, learning how to clean it up and making it safer for wildlife.
That's awesome.
So,
I can see on our screen there's a little bit of a glare there, but what was it called again in case people consider the octopus. Oh, thank you so much, Brittany. Then everyone can see what it looks like, so when they find it in the library, they can pick it out and check it out. And a reminder, if you want to read along with us at any point, be sure to join our group on Goodreads. Just search groups for QCL Book Club. Very easy. There's also a link to join our book club on our website. Head to kwqc.com and click the tab for Quad Cities Live. As always, please send us messages and send us emails and let us know what you think. Brittany, thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Here, of course. Still to come in our second half hour, the Bi-State Bunny Hop, an opportunity for you to support local and get your Easter baskets filled. Plus, we'll take a closer look at a new food partnership providing fresh fruits and vegetables to our local food pantries, how you can help with your homegrown produce.
And we've had a relatively quiet day weather-wise, a little windy outside this evening, but we are tracking a first alert day starting at 10 o'clock tonight through 6 p.m. tomorrow. A couple rounds of storms with potential severe weather likelihood. We'll talk more about the timing and impacts coming up in your first alert forecast.
Accurate and reliable. This is your First Alert Forecast with meteorologist Kyle Keel.
Well, we've had a lot of clouds around today. Temperatures relatively cool. We should be in the mid to upper 50s. We've been stuck in the 40s all day. And then it's been a little windy as well. That wind's going to continue to be a part of our forecast here over the next 24 hours. But the primary concern is the potential for some severe weather. First alert day runs from 10 p.m. tonight to about 6 p.m. tomorrow. So we're tracking strong to severe storms during the morning hours. It could be a couple isolated storms here tonight, but during the morning hours tomorrow, we'll be tracking a line of potentially severe storms. The threats will be large hail and damaging wind, especially tonight, but yes, could be a couple of tornadoes embedded in the morning, and then if storms redevelop in the afternoon, we'll have to watch for a tornado threat as well. So there's a level 1 to level 3 risk from the Storm Prediction Center. The level 1 risk here for tonight does take into account the potential for hail. We could only see 1 or 2 of these storms become severe, but the whole TV6 viewing area under that potential for a few strong to severe storms here as we head into the evening hours. Then as we head into tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, we've got a level 2 to level 3 risk of severe weather. So the higher risk for severe weather will be in our Illinois hometowns here as we head into the afternoon. But really, I'd put it from the Mississippi River, hometowns along the Mississippi River and points to the east for that redevelopment as we head into the afternoon hours. As I mentioned, wind going to be a big part of our next 24 hours of weather as we have this very strong spring storm that is developing. So right now we've got those southeasterly winds anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour. Notice even windier off to the west. So it will be a pretty gusty night, but tomorrow, even outside of the thunderstorms, we could be talking about wind gusts between 35 and 45 miles per hour. So you open up your First Alert weather app, you likely see some rain on the radar. However, this is not reaching the ground as we still have some dry air in place, but it's a sign of the atmosphere becoming a little more saturated. So as this low pressure and warm front continue to track off to the east and northeast, that will set the stage for the development of some showers and thunderstorms here as we head into the evening and overnight hours. So notice it's after 10 or 11 o'clock that we will start to see those scattered storms develop, and it's as we get between 3 and 5 a.m. where the strong to severe potential does become a little bit of a concern. This will continue through the morning commute, so you'll certainly want to tune into Quad Cities Today with Kevin and Teresa tomorrow. They're going to keep you updated on any potential severe weather. That round moves out by mid-morning, and then as we head into the afternoon, if we can get enough clearing and enough dryness to regenerate the atmosphere or rejuvenate the atmosphere and it becomes a little more unstable, we could be talking about the potential of more storms that do develop. So let's time this out with exact track. Here we go at 8 o'clock this evening. Could be a couple of scattered showers. After 10 or 11 o'clock, we'll watch maybe a few storms develop. Again, nothing terribly widespread, but any storms that do develop could produce some hail. We head through the overnight hours. We'll see more storms develop off to our south and west. It's these storms right here that could also contain some hail, but it's this line here that moves basically from Clinton through the Quad Cities and points off to the southwest that we need to watch for the damaging wind threat as well as hail. Could see a couple of embedded tornadoes spin up along this line as well as it continues to move through here between 6 and 8 a.m. in the Quad Cities. Heads up Geneseo, Kewaunee, Galva, Galesburg, Princeton between about 8 and 10 a.m. That's when we'll start to see those storms move through. And then we'll see that potential second round develop here as we head into the afternoon. I think especially between about 2 and 6 p.m. We'll watch for any of these scattered storms develop that could produce some scattered large hail, some damaging wind, and maybe an isolated tornado. But by 6 or 7 o'clock, that is well off to our east. So here's a quick timeline of that severe weather. In addition to that threat for the hail, damaging wind, and maybe a couple of tornadoes, we're also talking some locally heavy rainfall. Some areas could see 1 to 2 inches of rain, and that's going to lead to more rain chances here as we head into Friday and Saturday, especially late Friday into Saturday, as temperatures do dip slightly below normal. So certainly want to stay with the First Alert Weather Team as we will keep you updated, especially tomorrow morning where we're expecting the most widespread potential for strong to severe storms.
Yeah, lots to keep an eye on there, and I'm just not even going to think about that 46 on a Monday yet.
Yeah, let's just, we'll get there
tomorrow.
when we get there. Yeah.
All right, Kyle, thank you.
You're welcome.
Up next on Quad Cities Live, it is the perfect opportunity to fill your Easter baskets. You're invited to hop into several local shops this weekend for the Bi-State Bunny Hop.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Be your own Easter bunny this weekend and hop on over to several area small businesses to gather goodies for your Easter baskets.
Yes, we are talking about the Bi-State Bunny Hop happening this weekend, and joining us now with the details is Brandy Vandewally, of the owner of the Skeleton Key Art and Antiques. Brandy, welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we're talking this Saturday, April 5th,
Correct.
the Bi-State Bunny Hop. So talk more about it. Tell us about this event.
So we have got the Bunny Hop going on this weekend, this Saturday, and it is 6 participating stores. Everybody's going to be open their normal business hours, and you're not required to go to all of the shops. Unlike some of the ones that we organize, this one you go to the ones that you want. You enter a drawing at each individual store, and they're all going to have either an Easter basket that they put together, or a nice gift certificate, or some sort of prize package for you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. No, I like that, but I also still think it is a nice incentive. I mean, to at least visit all 6 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're going to run some good deals, and I think it's worth everybody's time to go, but it's fun to do things, shake it up a little bit too.
Yeah.
It is, and these are local businesses, so tell us who's participating.
So in Rock Island, we have my store Skeleton Key and Brick and Mortar, and then we have the Quad City Arts Gallery.
Oh, nice.
They have their gift shop at the front of it, and I have to tell you, I was just in there this week. My son has a piece on the high school show that's up, and I'm really excited for everybody to go see
He's amazing.
the show. He is, and I love him, and go see Alex's stuff. But really, truly, it's such a good show. Those kids are amazing.
Yeah.
And I always forget what good stuff that they have in that gift shop. And the same thing, Figgy is another one of our locations. And then Abernathy's, and then Buttercup up in LeClaire, Buttercup Candles.
Buttercup Candles, which we love.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my
my
gosh.
way.
Yeah. So a lot of local businesses. Now this is something that you, Brandy, you're passionate about. I mean, you work hard to really shine a light on local businesses, small businesses in the area, and not only yours. I mean, you lift up other ones. Why is that something that's so important for you to put together?
So one of the things that I think is the biggest problem with having a small business is, I mean, small businesses have great options you're not going to find anywhere else, but we also have little bitty advertising budgets.
Yes.
And so by banding together to promote these kind of events and to send people around to the different stores, it's just another way to help get the word out about stores that I love, that I want to see thrive and do well.
Yeah.
So you talked about, some of these businesses having special giveaways and special incentives to come in. So what are you offering in your store?
So I'm putting together a great big Easter basket of some of my favorite things.
Yes.
You may or may not find some of the items that I've got here included.
All right. There's a little tease there.
It's going to be a little bit of a surprise. Yeah.
Very
but
cute.
we're very excited. It's going to be a fun day.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're looking at some of the stuff that we have up for grabs here, some of the businesses that you can support. So talk about this little guy right here.
Isn't he cute? So that is available at Abernathy's, and he comes in a bunch of different colors.
He's
and he's
soft.
actually
Little
made
bats.
by
Yeah, he's like
Bright Bat. That's another local.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, another local maker.
That's so cute. We've got our Buttercup Candles here.
Yes,
Yes,
smell
and
it.
they've got their
obviously-
spring scents out, and they're wonderful.
And jasmine.
this is the one
Greenhouse.
that I
Ooh, that's
smell.
the one that I want to smell.
Tangerine Dream. This is the one I smelled right away.
That's the one I have going in my house right now.
Oh, is it great?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
it's fabulous.
I love
Yeah,
this one.
which one is it?
This is called Greenhouse. And then there's some
Ooh, yeah,
other
that is
items
fresh.
here. So what I like that you're highlighting too is there's some really cute things for kids. And oftentimes when you think of Easter baskets, you do think of putting some stuff together for the kids. So we'll get there in a second. But there's some great stuff here if you just want to do something really special for anybody on Easter.
And I think maybe I'm just spoiled, but like my mother-in-law puts together the most beautiful little Easter baskets for all of us.
Yes.
And these are exactly the kind of things that she fills them with and things that I love.
Yeah.
We have some jewelry that's made out of repurposed vintage jewelry.
Oh,
Okay, that's awesome.
And given a new life.
Yeah.
Those are available in my store at Skeleton Key.
Those are beautiful.
And for spring, and with the weather coming tomorrow, how gorgeous are these umbrellas?
Yeah.
from
They're like
Figgy?
works of art.
They are. I mean,
Oh, those are from the
they're
Figgy?
from the Figgy,
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
from their gift shop. So all
Different
different,
designs on 'em.
impressionist designs.
Well, and it's good stuff too, like stuff that you don't necessarily always think of getting for yourself.
exactly.
These are the things that you're going to find that someone's going to go, oh wow, this is perfect. You know,
Yes.
like I needed one of these.
And useful and,
Exactly.
and just different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, and now let's get to some of the really
I like these bunnies.
kiddo
I
things.
know.
These are adorable. Somebody
Aren't they
make
sweet?
these?
Yes, yes. These are one of my makers on Skeleton Key. Her name's Fran.
Little
She
sheep.
makes all kinds of fun
that's
stuff, but
cute.
these little sheep I just think are precious.
Yes,
Oh my
and then we
gosh,
have
they're
these little
adorable.
bunnies in the front.
Aren't they
Those
fun?
little bunnies
Those
are
are
so cute.
felted, and they're
Yeah.
done by local artist Charlotte Morrison.
Okay.
And they've been very popular. She also does some cute little things with teacups that have little felted designs in them. They're just very fun.
Okay,
Something
and
different.
that pink bunny is like beautiful, like on a mantle.
Yes.
Adorable.
Yes,
Mantelpiece.
but actually pretty sturdy. Like I
Really?
think you could let the kids play with it. It's
Okay.
gonna hold up okay. And yeah, another local artist makes that.
That's gorgeous.
Yes.
Just like the detail on the inside of the ears and the buttons for the eyes. I mean, oh, I love this shot we have. It's like, it's
great.
But I'll try and turn it a little bit so people can see what I'm talking about. It's really, really pretty.
pretty.
So yeah, just a lot of different options, and that's going to be this weekend. And sorry, sorry, Kyle.
Take it over.
It's going to be a great day to get out there and just support small businesses.
Yeah, and I love that it's in different cities.
Yeah,
across the
different
Quad
cities. So you like I said, go to all of them. Go to just a couple. It's
Yeah.
really up to you.
Wonderful. Okay, well, the Bi-State Bunny Hop, I love the name, is this Saturday, April 5th. There are, again, 6 participating locations in Davenport, Abernathy's, the Figgy Art Museum store, in LeClaire, Buttercup Candles, and in Rock Island, Brick and Motor Boutique, Quad City Arts, and, of course, Skeleton Key Art and Antiques. All locations open at 10 a.m., with the exception of QC Arts, which opens at 11, but be sure to stop by.
Yeah.
Brandy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right,
Have
thanks,
a good
Brandy.
day.
Yeah.
Yes, you too. Well, just ahead on Quad Cities Live, Purposeful Produce. We will learn more about a new program providing fresh produce to local food pantries and how we can get involved next. Tomorrow on QCL, an inspiring and transformative event dedicated to empowering women from all walks of life. We'll get you ready for the GLOW Conference.
Plus, blossoms and brunch benefiting the Friends of Trinity Foundation and the organization's many charitable causes. We'll preview this fun event involving spring hats, flowers for sale, and impactful speakers. That and much more tomorrow on QCL. Well, fresh produce, it is more challenging to provide to food pantries because, of course, it is perishable. But a new collaboration among local organizations will help eliminate some of that stress. And if you like to garden, you can all get involved.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, here to tell us more about growing a gift garden is SNAP Ed educator Taylor Lusher and horticultural educator Emily Swihart with the Illinois Extension. Ladies, thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure.
Yes, of course. So, Taylor, talk more about this collaborative effort. Sounds like a great program.
Yeah, so we're super excited about this. The idea really started to get going when we were thinking about, the rising costs at the grocery store and how the need is so high. And when we tend to think about folks who are food insecure, we tend to think it's a far off place, but it's actually in our community. Roughly 19,000 folks in Rock Island County are food insecure.
Wow.
And that stats from 2022, so we can only assume that that number's gone higher.
Yeah.
And folks are always wanting access to healthy foods too. So this project kind of came together, and it seemed kind of like a no-brainer for all of us to partner together and make this happen.
Yeah, and speaking of partners, talk about who all is involved in this project. Of course, yourself and Illinois Extension, but there's quite a group of you.
Yeah, so we have University of Illinois Extension, and actually the project kind of came to be where we were having internal conversations about, you know, creating some type of formal system for donation. And we got an email from Anne from Tapestry Farms, and they were having conversations too, and wanted to loop in Iowa State Extension and Riverbend Food Bank. So all of us together were like, well, we can have way more of an impact if all of us band together. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, I think this is a topic that's top of mind for many people, many organizations. So Taylor, kind of give us a broad idea of how this project works.
Sure. So basically, we know that this is already happening, where backyard growers and farmers are donating excess produce to food pantries. We know this is happening, but we were really hoping to get some type of structure behind it so we can figure out, you know, evaluate and weigh produce and see how much is actually going to the pantries with this. So basically, if you're an experienced gardener or if you're just getting started, we have our horticulture team and Tapestry Farms all have experts in growing as well. So anyone who'd like to get involved is more than welcome to. We have a nice flyer here with some information on next steps.
We'll be sure to get that on our website as well, so that people can find that easily. Emily, we want to loop you in. You know, we get to talk to you often here on the show, and of course you have some great advice for folks that maybe want to be involved, want to help out, and you don't have to be like a seasoned professional at gardening. Okay, you can be new at this.
Oh, absolutely. You're like, yes, like you mentioned, I come on here and usually we're talking about our home landscape or like looking at things that we want to do. And I want to invite your viewers and use this platform that you guys have graciously shared to invite people to think about our neighbors as we head into gardening season. And like Taylor said, you don't have to be an experienced gardener. You don't have to have a large garden to do this. We can have a big impact with a few plants in our vegetable bed or in our perennial bed. I crunched a few numbers. I just wanted to like demonstrate the impact that we can have as a community to help our neighbors. So if 100 of your viewers, 100, that's all I'm looking for maybe, planted, let's say a tomato plant. One tomato plant produces about 10 to 15 pounds of tomatoes. Everybody donates all of those tomatoes. We have 1,000 to 1,500 pounds of food given to our neighbors.
That's amazing.
Peppers, similar, produce the same. Cucumbers, similar. And these are plants that we're probably growing already, or we want to be growing. And so I want to invite viewers to register, because in addition to kind of collectively helping our neighbors, we're going to provide some resources. By registering, we'll be sending some emails, we'll be doing some educational videos that we'll be sending you first.
That's great.
How to harvest, how to grow, you know, different websites or different resources, answering questions.
That's wonderful.
So people aren't alone in doing this. This is really a community of people that are going to be helping to support those in need.
Yeah, and you know, we talk to you all the time about, you know, you don't have to be experienced like you said, but you have master gardeners that can really help people along in this process.
Absolutely, yeah. So we have a volunteer group of master gardeners who are extremely well trained and extremely passionate about helping the community. And so they run, we called it a horticulture helpline. And the phone number is on our website, and you can submit questions either calling in or you can submit questions online, and they will get a hold of you for like one-on-one counseling and answering your very specific,
which is amazing,
personal questions. And so, like I said, we're here to help. We've got a lot of different resources available that we want to share with the community because there's such
initiative.
need.
It is great. And Taylor, before we run out of time, I want to do a quick mention that this can go beyond our local community. Of course, that is our focus today, is helping our neighbors and friends. But tell us about Find Food Illinois for anyone.
So Find Food Illinois is a great resource. On the Illinois side, basically, you can go to the website that's listed on this flyer and type in a zip code or a city, and all the food resources within your community will populate.
Wonderful.
So when we're looking at this, it could be, you know, if you're looking for a food pantry to donate to, or if you're looking for food, you'll be able to find that in your local area.
Perfect. Thank
all right,
you.
extension.illinois.edu/HMRS for all info from the Illinois Extension. Emily and Taylor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Yes, and thank you for watching.
Your News at 4 with Sharon coming up next. Have a great evening.